Forget about the price tag. Hey everyone, happy Saturday. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing okay today. I'm doing okay. I got out, I had to run some errands this morning, and then I just kind of came home and tried to sort things, but it didn't go very well. And, I need to get busy because we're already going into the third week of summer break, and I have done not much of anything. So I need to get it together because time is fleeting. So let me just take a look at chat. I really don't have anything planned. I had a plan, and then I was like, well, I don't know about that. There is a video that I am going to play that I found by accident. I was looking for something else, and I just saw a video that said QB BHB docs Emmy, and I was like, what is this? And it was from August of 2023. So it was a few months before Bullhorn Betty doxed me. And it's interesting how things changed. It was I think, was it 2020? No. Now I don't remember the damn date. Oh, August 2024. Okay, so, all right, I had the year wrong. Because last week I reviewed a live stream from December 2024. So just 4 months prior, Queen Bee was talking about her thoughts on Bullhorn Betty doxing me on Morbid's chat. So I thought, wow, what happened between August and December to have B put my house as her background? And so the poll, do you believe the past is important? We're required to take history class in school, and I don't remember dates or names. And while I believe that history is important to an extent, I don't necessarily believe it should be something that I don't know the word. Like, we shouldn't use it to live our current lives, I guess. Like, you can try to learn from mistakes people made in the past, but the circumstances aren't the same. So what may have happened to them may not happen to us because we're living in different times. But so that's it's not very long. It's like 2.5 minutes. So we're going to take a look at that, and then we'll just see where things take us, because I know that I saw the clip from Madison. She had someone up on her panel who claimed that they were Dark Horse's sister. I listened to it. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. Whoever that is should get help very quickly, because talking about those types of things, like pretending, I'll get into that a little bit later. So let me say hi first. So Lunatic is here. Nanny Ellie was here. Maybe she found her way. Marie Purple Freak, Doodles, good to see you. Bella, Lily. Hey, Kursuma, thanks for being here. Yeah, I heard about the money stuff today. I'm going to refrain from commenting at this point in time, but I will say that just before the live, I found a live stream of Laura from, I can't remember the damn date. May 2025. I think it was May 2025. And I don't remember what had happened. Oh, no, it was June 2025. So just kind of like, I didn't listen to it, but just scrolling through it, the beginning it was Laura, Unsupervised Maniacs, and Sinner on panel. And then at the end, it was Laura and Melissa on panel. And I was like, oh, this is coming back to me. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. So I think that is when. So Unsupervised Maniacs had a live stream where I believe she was addressing Salty Lunatics, or Salty Lunatics went on panel. I don't remember. I'd have to look. But anyways, there was a fallout between Sinner, Unsupervised Maniacs, and Just Irish. And at the same time is when, excuse me, Melissa and Sinner had the first falling out, which she was showing emails that she sent to him. Excuse me. I don't really understand. I have to watch it, so I'm not going to talk about it or do anything with it until I can watch it, because I need to know like what actually was said, because when you have downloads, sometimes, people say things that they shouldn't be saying, and so you want to edit that out. But I was like, wow, this is an oldie. Let's see who else is here. Oh, Steph, I'm sending good thoughts to you. Lily says could buy me a cabin in beach acreage. Well, I did get a screenshot, and I don't, maybe I will talk about the money a little bit, because I hear, I keep hearing about allegedly, is it Shayna sent Brittany J $22,000. I got myself in trouble talking about the $25,000 that Melissa allegedly sent Queen Bee. I got a screenshot sent to me today of Melissa saying, let's get Sinner to 30K. I was like, 30K? I mean, I wouldn't start that rumor, first of all. Like, there's already enough talk about money. But if someone's going to get Sinner to 30K, it's going to be her. Because I don't know anybody else besides Barbecue Lady who has that much money to just throw towards people. And YouTube, for that matter, because YouTube made a lot of money today, based on what I've heard. And I did, because it's probably going to be talked about, maybe not, maybe nobody gives a shit, but I did do a milestone chat. I waited until the very end of his live stream because it wasn't about anything else. I kept a membership because I'm doing a timeline, and a lot of stuff is on members only. So if you need stuff for your timeline, you need to keep a membership. So, and also, why am I going to break a 19-month streak? No, not going to do it. So maybe I'm wrong for that, but people do wrong things all the time. So, hey, Evil Queen, thanks for being here. Evil Queen, speaking of, because I've been looking through stuff, I found a screenshot. So Laugh at Life came up in my last live stream. And so I was trying to find the full live stream that she was on with Morbid, and I still haven't been able to find it. But I did find a screen recording of comments under someone's post who had shared Sinner's military record, and Evil Queen was underneath Laugh at Life. Things have changed so much. It's incredible. So in that respect, sometimes the past isn't important, because when we know better, we do better. So back then, even me, like there's people that I was quote friends with on the internet and I'm not anymore. And that really started after that Thanksgiving live. And I don't know, Ange Carter, apparently she believes that she's blocked on my channels. She is not. There are only 4 people blocked. Actually, 5 people blocked on this channel. And then my main channel, there's only 3 people blocked. And she is not one of them because I just got rid of all the block list. So Ange Carter, or if someone talks to Ange, let her know she's not blocked. So if she's not able to chat here, it's because she has me blocked somehow. Doodle says, I couldn't answer the poll. It's specific, not blanket. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Lunatic says, take this Gigi to Fiji. Oh, that would be nice, huh? I still need to figure out my trip to Philly. I'm thinking beginning of August, I'm going to go down there. And then I thought about taking the train, but then I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'll drive. It's 5 hours, which is a while, but we'll see. Gas has actually gone down. It's just under $4 here. So, I mean, it's a little bit better. Everybody's going on trips. All right. Hey, Curious. Thanks for being here. Lunatic says, just remember this was a long time ago and some of us may regret some of their actions in this. Well, and that's why I said, when you know better, you do better. And same with me. Like I did some really shitty stuff and I'm one who can actually look back and be like, what was I thinking? I mean, just looking at, for me doing this timeline, looking back and seeing how I let YouTube change who I was. I mean, it's disgusting. Like seeing some of the things I said, knowing some of the things I did, like I was just so ugly and mean. And I'm glad that I was able to swim my way out because it is a cesspool. And I truly believe that some people are in so deep that they are not going to be able to get out. And it's sad. It's really sad. Hey Cheese, what's going on? Oh yeah, you've been posting videos. I did what was the last one I commented on? You did, it was a song. And I don't even remember what the song was, but yeah, I have watched them. Let's see who else is here. Easy breezy, never sleazy cheesy. Wow, that's a lot of rhyming words. Yes, prayer for Steph's dad. Evil Queen says, I'm confused. Maybe on the screenshot, I can send you it. I can send you a photo. It was like super old. It was from, I think it was like January 24. I was trying to find the video that I wanted to use last week and I still can't find it. Like, I wish I had named them, like dated them and named them what it was about, because it's just like some of them just say video recording, some just say screen recording with the date, and I just wasn't organized back then. Chi says, I saw a live recently with Tiffany Taboo on panel. Haven't seen her in a while under that name at least. I watched her quite a bit because she would do her own live streams. And then I don't know why because I mean, they were doing her dirty too. Some of these people, like they were just so mean and cruel to her. Yeah, it makes you wonder, some of the people that were around, and like, with Morbid, I was thinking about May Noodles the other day. I actually, used to watch her, and then, you learn things about people and you're like, well, maybe they're not really, what I stand for. And you just, go in a different direction. But that May Noodles thing with Morbid, man, that was wild. Doodle says, I have nothing I've ever said that was bad. I'm good. Well, that is good too. Oh yeah, Evil Queen didn't say anything bad. It was, don't mistake, what I said. It wasn't bad. It was just interesting that, she was supporting Laugh at Life back then. Curious says, you cycle through friends. Well, yeah, because how many are true friends? I mean, Sinner and I were true friends, and it just didn't work. He said it the other day. It's not verbatim, but he said something like, he had a plan or a mission. I don't remember how he said it, but I didn't agree with what he was doing. And I just realized I plugged in my computer to the charger. Give me 1 second. I'm going to make a lot of noise. All right, sorry about that. I plugged the charger into the computer, but never plugged it into the outlet. So what I was saying, he had said, he had a plan. He had things. That's what it was. He had things that he wanted to get done. I think that's what it was. And I didn't agree with a lot of what he was doing, which is true. Well, I wouldn't say a lot. I would say a good amount of things I didn't agree with, or I didn't think were cool. But, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of our issues came from YouTube. And I think if YouTube hadn't been involved, things would be a lot different. Lunatic says, if I could go back, I'd never have gotten into the barbecue mess to begin with, but I'll forever say, oh, well, I'm not going to say that, but yeah, Bella, that's true. Sometimes people change for the good and unfortunately the bad. Agree. Hey, Grain. Yeah, well, not ugly in the sense of looks, but ugly as in mean. Believe me, Grain, if you saw some of the things I've said in the past, I was mean. I wasn't cruel, but I was mean. I was defensive. I was, I wouldn't say paranoid. There's not, paranoid is a little strong. Yeah, with everything that was going on with, B and, all of that, I guess you could say paranoid. It does something to your soul. You just question everything. You don't think anyone has good intentions. You want to quit. You want to leave YouTube. You want to give up. All those things. And then you get through it. And I don't know when the exact time was when I said, Em, what the fuck are you doing? And I just said, that's not me. I'm not going to be that person anymore. And I don't know if I'll never be the person I was before that, but I'm hoping that I can get to be close to what I was. Curious says, YouTube can change people. Tit for tat gets out of hand. And that's where, so the title of this live stream is Dilation. And it was the first word I thought of when I was like, what word could I use for this? And so I was going to the eye doctor and I just thought, oh, he's dilating my eyes. Let me just use that. But it has different meanings. So in math, a dilation is when, you have a shape, say a triangle, and you dilate it by either making it bigger or, well, scale factor would be smaller, or bigger. But dilation is a type of transformation, you would make something bigger. So I was like, okay, maybe there's another way, right? So as I was looking, another way that you can use dilation in conversation or in context, and this I'm reading from Google, it can occasionally refer to the extension of duration or to a lengthy, drawn-out discussion on a specific topic. So I think, the people talking about Brittany J., I didn't realize, I knew it had been a long time since they started talking about Brittany J. I hadn't realized it was, I think, October 2024. It was October or November is when the whole cotton candy boobs thing with the video started. And so now you fast forward, we're almost at 2 years since that happened. And they're still talking about her. Like, when does it stop getting as big as it's gotten? Because, think about it. When you think about it, like, there were like 1 or 2 people covering her, and then there were 4, and then 8, then 16. I don't think there were ever 32. Maybe there were. But it grew exponentially, the number of people. So that would be a dilation, because it's just getting bigger and bigger. And when does it go back to normal or disappear altogether? It just, is anything going to really change? No, because it's been 2 years. Has anything changed? The only thing that I see changed, because I did catch the end of Sinners Live, well, towards the end, and that small town girl, she needs to get a new hobby. To be that invested in someone's life, it's, one, scary that you know that much about someone you don't know in real life. You just know them from the internet, which the whole parasocial thing is still irritating me, because parasocial relationships requires one party not to know the other exists. So we all know each other exist, but to what extent, that's above my line of thinking. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. There's so many more important things to talk about and do. But I know it doesn't get the views. It doesn't get the clicks. It doesn't get, the people in chatting. I don't know. Okay, Grain. So Grain says, if we're requesting an offer a prayer, please pray for my mother. I'm sending good vibes. I'm not really a prayer, but I will send good vibes, and I will send strength. All right, so let me scoot through. Doodle says, I've been with you since you were doing the news, only stepped away briefly during the ick at its ickiest, then came right back. So Doodles, were you Sunday Doodles by chance? And you don't have to answer me like in chat if you want to just like email me and let me know, but I was going through, what was it? I was going through something, and I saw Sunday Doodle something, and I was like, I wonder if that's Doodles, like Doodles in Gray. It could be completely different, but I was just like, oh, I wonder if they changed their name. Oh, Lunatic says, you're so hard on yourself. Well, you have to face who you were. Like, that's how you grow. And I just don't want to ever do that again. Grain says, we understand, but please don't apologize for your behavior when provoked. Provoked, it's understandable. Oh, yeah. But, well, and I'd never been through anything like that before. Nobody told me about this YouTube hellisphere, whatever you want to call it. And, I just came on here wanting to have fun. Evil Queen says, I've been mean, but I hope always with some humor. I hope. I think I said this before, but I had a student a few years back who said, You know, you're kind of rude, but you're nice about it. And I'm never going to forget that, because it's kind of an oxymoron, because how can you be rude but be nice about it? Because normally when people are rude, they're not being nice. So I guess it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So maybe I say it in a nice way and they're like, oh, she's not really being that mean because she sounds nice. All messages, reminder, yes. Yeah, that's true. Life is not something you graduate from. Oh, mods, did you get that person? They retracted their message. Well, they're not, well, yeah. Come in with your real account. Like, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this, troll, who I think you're actually B, but maybe not. Uh, 1 second, please. I just need to put this, just so I have this for later. Yeah, that's true. Never if the money keeps coming, because it's, money, money, money. And that's why I picked Jessie J, because her song was "It's Not About the Money," you know, but money changes people. It does. Chi says the obsession with Britney's baby is almost unbelievable. Get a life. It is bizarre, so bizarre, and I think I've said it before, but how does her life affect their life? Like, how is what she's doing affecting them? If anything, what she's doing is making them money, is getting them more subs, is getting them the views. So but that small town girl, man, she needs help. She needs help, because it's a lot. Lunatic says, I think I'd be homeless and broke before I ever compromise my morals for money, period. I don't know. I can't say what I would do, because when you're desperate and afraid, you may do things you wouldn't have done otherwise. So unless I'm in that situation, I don't know what I would do. Thankfully, I have parents who, they don't have a lot of money, but if I needed something, they would always help me out. Thankfully, I haven't needed them for a very long time, but they're there if I do. Pookie says, and look how many stories you've covered in the same amount. Right. And, but then they're like, she only gets this many people in her lives. I was thinking about that, and I was like, I may not get 1,000 views, but the number of views I get, and the people chatting, like the people in my chat are chatting. I probably have a few hate watchers, because one of them actually spoke in chat. But oh, you deleted it. Okay. Yeah, they weren't rude or anything, but I know it's a troll account, so they just need to come in with either a different account or their own account. There's a lot of stories happening. I saw Missouri is having flooding, and that looks terrible. And I want to cover, there's another case that I want to cover. I just haven't had time to look at it. About that young man that went to an island with his friends, and the friends claimed that he wanted to stay by himself, and I don't buy it. I don't know. There's just something suspicious there. But when I was in college, there was a party down by the creek, and the kid didn't say he wanted to stay there by himself. He just kind of wandered off, and he was found several days later, downriver, or well, down creek, because it's like, it's not really a river, but it's not like a small creek. It was like a bigger creek, and because it was a party, so he just kind of like Riley Strand, he just ended up where he shouldn't have ended up. So I'm wondering, I don't know. It's just very suspicious. Leslie says cotton candy boobs. Yes, it was cotton candy with a K. Yeah, that was so for those of you who may not know what started all of this with Brittany J. Brittany J. Now I don't remember what she did, because I didn't watch her. I didn't really know I knew, like, I had heard things like she, exploited missing children, this and that. She wasn't very good at true crime, whatever. She said something about B, and B said, and this isn't like verbatim, so don't come at me, but B said something like, I still have that video that your kids uploaded. Don't make me use it, something like that. And then that's when, Brittany really started getting support from people, because they're like, you can't weaponize children. And the fact that you have, or claim to have, a video of half-dressed kids isn't cool. And so then B had said at some point after that, she called the police, or went to the police and said, hey, I have this video, blah, blah, blah. Jonesin FOIA'd the call log, and B had never called the police about the video. But that's when that other FOIA came out. And, I'm trying to think when did that first FOIA come out? Because that could explain why B started coming at me so hard. I don't know when that was. And the cotton candy boob thing was way before my time too, like when that video actually happened. But, B claimed to still have it, and she would, use it against Brittany somehow. I don't know. That was before me too. Yes. And I'm sure others that are in here can correct my story if I have anything incorrect. Doodle says, I changed my name a bit after I unsubbed to all the BS I changed. Oh, okay. All right. So that was. I wondered. And I was thinking of all the people that we haven't seen, like SG, Scorpio Sting. Oh my gosh, what was her name? Leather, something Leather, Still in Leather. Oh, there was a debacle with her too. But there's a lot of names that I've seen going through old live streams, and I'm like, I wonder whatever happened to these people. She says, I heard recently, tell you off while baking you cookies. Oh. That's a little passive aggressive, right? Maybe. Well, yeah, I do spell curse words, but not all the time. Like when I'm really pissed, I'm not gonna spell them out. But like if I was on someone else's panel, I'm not gonna use profanity, because that's not my house. It's like when I go to work, like I don't say bad words. When I'm out of work, I mean, but I'm not gonna say a bad word unless like there's a reason to. You want to enunciate. You want things to matter. So when you swear all the time, your words lose their meaning. If it's F this, F that, well, if that's all you're saying, then people are going to stop listening. Although they could stop listening too when you don't swear. But Yeah, well, I mean, I was in the drama, Evil Queen. I was in the drama. I had, I contributed. And I mean, I still do like some drama. There's some things that, I'm still debating whether or not to make a video about, because I'm like, do I want to do this? But like, what happened in the past is important, especially when several creators delete their shit right afterwards. So, there's some of this stuff matters. People, without showing people what happened, they don't believe you. So, and that kind of brings me back. I got off the topic of the milestone at Sinners was, timelines and facts matter. People be prepared. And of course, someone in his chat had to make a comment about don't bring none, there won't be none. Well, first of all, it wasn't directed toward you, but of course, you need to be the center of attention. So if you want it to be about you, then great. It was about you. Because I have, now that I'm going through all my old stuff, I'm finding a lot of gems. So, and there's a lot of new people, like from, even a year ago, there's people who don't know what happened back then. So they're just taking what's being said at face value. Like they just believe it. And it's like, well, no, that's not what it was. Un momento. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was weird. Sorry, my mods were just telling me the same thing I noticed. I was like, that's kind of weird. Doodle said, yeah, if she did drama, this chat would have hundreds in it. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, I mean, if I had made this, if I didn't have the word dilation, right? If I had made the name of my live stream, let's see. Well, I mean, last week I had, shoot, it was something Saturday. Like if I had done a clickbait thumbnail, I probably would have had a lot more people at the beginning. But, and that's the thing, like I made this channel to document the things that were being said and done toward me. And there were some things that were, the last year that were being done that I didn't post because I was trying not to rock the boat, so to speak. I didn't want to make waves. I wanted to keep things peaceful. And they ended up blowing up anyways. So I'm still not sure, because if I post some of the stuff, it's going to bring in other people that I don't want to bring into it. So I need to figure out a way to do it, a creative way to do it without bringing other people into it. And it may not be able to be done. And so I won't post it. All right, so I'm going to just kind of scoot through. We're going to just watch that quick little clip because I've been talking for 40 minutes. Doodle says they exploit the exploiters who exploit missing children. All are equal, yet they point fingers at each other. That's actually a good way to put it, because, so when I reviewed Bullhorn Betty, I started reviewing her by calling out her misinformation, because she would talk about certain cases and she would get details wrong, things like that. Toward the end of, before everything started with B and other, supporters of the Hive, looking at some of my live streams, I was getting nitpicky like the others. Like I was talking about her cooking or her hair or the time she didn't have pants on when she got up to go do something. It was becoming more about her and not necessarily what the cases she was talking about and correcting that misinformation. And actually Sinner is one of the ones who told me, Emmy, you're kind of getting a little too detail oriented. I don't know how he said it, but like nitpicky. And sometimes it's hard to hear, but looking back, hindsight 2020. I heard the other day, and I need to find a clip of this because if it is true, I will definitely post it. I don't give two shits. I was told the other day that a creator in this sector didn't know what hindsight 2020 meant. That they thought it was referring to the TV show. I was like, what? Hindsight 2020? Like, I feel like, don't most people know what that means? I guess some people may not, but I feel like it's something that you hear a lot. Oh, that's what it was, Evil Queen. Thank you. Brittany said something right, because B was sharing photos of Savage's family and I believe also posting her address. Okay, that's what it was. And then it just, and I believe the Savage stuff happened over a time slot because at the time, B was in the lawsuit with Bullhorn Betty and wasn't speaking on Betty to, obviously it makes sense. And so Savage started reviewing Betty and was getting the numbers. And several people speculated that B didn't like the fact that she was getting the numbers reviewing Betty, and it became something about a time slot, which is just silly. You can't, I was trying because I wanted to watch certain people, and I would at times I would change my live stream to be after someone I wanted to watch. And what I realized is that you can't do that because you never know how long someone's live stream is going to be. So if you keep pushing your live stream back, then it's going to be too late. So you just have to, watch it on the replay or whatever. And then over time, especially when I decided to just, for a time, I was out of the drama. I really just worked around Sinner's schedule. And then, I'm trying to keep my live streams always at 7:00 just so it keeps consistent. All right, so let me add this clip because, I just saw fuckface. Who said fuckface? I could have sworn I just saw someone say fuckface. Where is it? Oh yeah, Lost Lily. Oh my gosh. That was funny though. I haven't used that word in so long. I usually I use it in the car. Like if someone's like annoying me with the way they're driving, that's what or if they cut me off, I'll call them that. All right, I'm not going to catch up. So if there's anything that you want me to know, just type it again. I will look at. Oh, Marie says, I have a question about, yeah, go ahead. All right, so maybe I should read some of these because some of them might be important questions. Oh, really, Cheese? You're still friends with Still in Leather? I haven't heard from her in a long time, and I think she changed her name, or did she change it to Still in Leather? I think she has a different name now. Nanny says, you take accountability. That's few and far between on these streets. Well, I mean, if I did something wrong, I did something wrong. And that's what I said on the last live stream. What I did to Davis fam was uncalled for. But I was mad. And I didn't send her the email because it was her work email. That's the email that she was corresponding with me with. So it had nothing to do with, oh, I'm going to send it to her work. No, that's not what it was. Let's see. I'm going to just scoop because I just want to see if there's any questions or anything. Green says most don't listen to both sides of a story before passing judgment. That is very true. There's a lot of blind loyalty, and I was one of them. You know, I was watching dumpster diving videos, and then I would watch Chronicles of Olivia on TikTok. And then, you know, once in a while she would post on YouTube. And then from her, I was introduced to Bullhorn Betty. I didn't realize all of the shit that was going on with Bullhorn Betty. I just was like, she's doing this case and she's like doing it all wrong. And then she said something about public schools on one of her live streams that made me angry. So I started making videos. I didn't know that there was this, you know, whole thing behind Bullhorn Betty. So I mean, I took people's word for what they said, you know, because based on Betty's behavior, I was like, well, what they're saying must be true. And much of it was true, but some of it wasn't. So blind loyalty is definitely a thing. All right, I'm gonna go quick. It's hard to go quick on StreamYard. Bob says, thanks for being here, Bob. Some people don't care to know both sides of the story. If they did, they'd go directly to the other side to inquire. They prefer to just believe their quote favorite YouTuber. See, and I'm not like that. Like well, and that's the thing. I started asking questions. And they were questions that there were seemingly no answers to. And, you know, it's almost it is. It's like people keep saying the same thing. You know, you see it with a lot of creators. They keep saying the same thing so that finally you believe it. You know, it's with anything in life. The more you hear something, the more likely you're going to start to believe it. You know, like some kids, they're always said, you know, it's your fault. You did this. It's your fault. And then they believe that everything is their fault. Or, you know, you're not good at school. You're not good at math. Well, who are they to tell you? You know what I mean? Like, it just sucks. All right. Oh, here we go. So Marie said it was said the mom of the other minor went to police because B's child would not. B says other kids won't take it down. It probably should not have been on YouTube. Agreed. The lies just irritate me. So, see, I don't have that one. Because that was before, I'm pretty sure that was before B said she was getting lifetime protective orders on me and Sinner. So I honestly I can't answer that without seeing it again. But I know what I do know is that the other woman is the one who filed the report because B was threatening to beat her up, or I don't know, beat her. I don't know if she was. No, let me retract that. To my recollection, the mother filed the police report because B was harassing her over the phone. That's my memory. I see, and because I probably heard that it was because she was going to beat the mom up. I know it was harassment over the phone. That's what I remember. But you know what? I'm gonna find out. And that was almost 2 years ago. And that's why, also kind of going with, they've been on Brittany J for almost 2 years. The same thing with that FOIA. It's been almost 2 years. There is so much that we could be doing other than, and then I have that douchebag that came in my last live and was like, something about, why do you care about the past, or why do you keep bringing stuff up? Well, because everyone else does, like, all right. I wrote that down, Marie. I'm going to check it out. Okay, so okay, Marie said, B said she was innocent and didn't threaten mom. That's why I question. Bella said, police asked QB to take it down. She said, okay. Then B came at the mother calling and threatening. See, I don't remember the whole taking it down and all that stuff. You know what? Give me 1 second. Well, not a second. Give me a few moments. I'm going to just... Shit. I don't think I can do it. I think it's on my phone. Un momento. Oh, shit. All right, I'm not going to be able to do it. I thought I was going to be able to do something on my phone, but I won't. So, she says, B always lies even when she tells the truth. Well, because her truth are lies. And that kind of goes along with, the more you hear something, the more you believe it. So how many of us, how many of our truths are actually the lies we tell because that's what we believe to be true? It's very abstract. Very abstract. All right. Because I'm already at an hour. I said this was only going to be an hour long. So let me... Nope, I got to share this one. So I just found this interesting. Like I said, it's only 2.5 minutes long. And no, pause. Okay, so let me go here. Oh, I gotta share it. That would work. Okay, so this again is from August 26th, 2024. And I apologize, it is in in vertical format. So on panel is B, Crimes and Fashion, Voices, and Cappy. And they were reviewing Bullhorn Betty, who Bullhorn Betty is talking about how she got my information. So that's what this clip is about.
What it is, but it's bizarre.
Who you are, it's because somebody either posted about it and somebody forwarded it to me or something else.
Bullshit, because listen to this, and I don't even get along with this fucking girl, but I tell you what she did to Emmy was shit. That was bullshit.
So, and I I would be at her word at this point. Bullhorn Betty, I don't know where she got my information, but I will say that I'd have to look back. But shortly after I started my channel, I think it was probably after I went live, Betty believed that I was burnt toast. And there was a fake channel with my full government name as their channel name. And they had videos posted of my hometown, of different things in the area. Because of where I live in New York, there is a huge Native American history here. And so they were trying to put 2 and 2 together. So I personally believe that JLR or someone with Betty's, you know, team, whatever, are the ones who did it. But Betty is the one who put my first and last name on a community post with my city and state saying that she was going to come visit. She was going to come visit me. And then she went on Morbids and just said it out loud to everybody. And Morbid refused to take it down or edit out that part of his live stream. So I did privacy strike it and it was taken down.
She doxed her the fuck out, talked about her being a teacher. She never, and like I said, I don't like her. I don't fuck with her. And I don't know where the fuck she got off that I said she was fucking Nikki. No, the only person that said that was Deets. But anyways, the only fucking thing she's sitting here talking about.
I forgot about the icky thing too. Oh my gosh, that was a funny clip too. I might actually have that. I might have that on this channel, actually. I'll look.
No, she didn't dox anything. People sent shit to her. No, the fuck they didn't. Nobody sent shit to her about fucking Emmy. Nobody gave a fuck about her. She was irrelevant as hell. The only reason why she didn't like her is because she called her out on her shit.
But you know what's weird? I always was puzzled by why she had.
Who even are you? Then you got scared and stopped reviewing that Bullhorn lady. Well, yeah, I did stop reviewing her for a little bit, and then I said, you know what, screw her. Don't you remember that video Betty did about taking her power back? Don't poke the bear. Oh my gosh. I mean, you would probably be a little afraid when some crazy person was, you know, telling everyone where you lived. But I think Who Even Are You might be a troll, but they're being nice, so they can stay for now. Oh, that's weird. Did somebody... So now, see, it says message retracted again. I wonder if it's a new thing with YouTube. 2 subscribers. Oh, yep. Okay. They're definitely a troll. And you know what? I'm just going to give them... You know, we were talking about money and vacations. Shit, now I can't see it. What the hell? If that person comes back, I have their URL, but if they come back, just block them. Because they got stuff about people that we are friendly with on their page.
Had this, like she zeroed in on her.
And actually, give me 1 second. I hate to do this, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do.
And she really focused on her. I've said things 1,000 times nastier than Emmy has ever said. I never got it.
Because she thought Emmy was burnt toast.
Yeah, well, for fucking all of 5 minutes, she did.
It wasn't all of 5 minutes. I actually went on Burnt Toast panel. We did a live together to prove that we weren't the same person. because Betty truly believed I was burnt toast. You can delete your own messages. The bitch knows it. Oh, that's not who it is. I don't think that's who it is, but that would make sense because she's the only actual account blocked here. So, yeah. Oh, okay, that one wasn't blocked. So it could be retracted different than the first one. Got it. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, I remember that.
We knew that was bullshit. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, it was weird.
But to sit here and talk about her fucking kids and school and all that other shit that she did not need to be talking about, that was some bullshit.
So you heard that, right? So either B was lying back then, or she was telling the truth, and something caused her to want to do the same thing she was going against Bullhorn Betty about.
Burnt toast.
Yeah, well, for fucking all of 5 minutes, she did.
Yeah, I remember that.
We knew that was bullshit. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, it was weird.
But to sit here and talk about her fucking kids and school and all that other shit that she did not need to be talking about, that was some bullshit. She did dox her the fuck out. She said her fucking full goddamn name on a fucking live stream. Yep. And then she said it on Morbid's live stream.
Yep. And there was a lot of people listening.
Yep. And there was like 2,000-3,000 people. It was like, what was there? 1,000 people in the chat? Yep. Something like that. Yep. There was a lot of people in that fucking chat. And she did that shit on goddamn purpose to her.
Yep.
How ironic. How ironic. I am so glad I was looking. I still didn't find what I was looking for from last week. But I saw this and I was like, what's this? What is this? And this was August 26th, 2024. The live stream where and that was when she showed my house. I don't know when the first time she yelled out my full government name was, but the live stream with my house as her backdrop was in December of 24. Less than 4 months later, her entire narrative changed about what should and shouldn't be done.
Yeah, she went and asked Morbid to take it down. Morbid would not even fucking take it down. He wouldn't edit it, nothing. I believe she ended up having to strike the motherfucker down just to fucking.
Yeah, but he won, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to get it taken off there. Yeah.
You know,
she knows
I'm
no
not that
boundary.
techie, right? Unless you are connected with you somewhere on the internet.
And that's just one. That's just fucking one. Yeah, there's multiple. Fuck, did you just hear Molly this morning? She was talking about, Betty was talking about going and standing in front of Savage's house. Oh, bitch.
Oh, I wish she would.
We don't get along, but I wish the fuck she would.
Oh, yeah.
I wish she would.
So interesting. So interesting indeed. Chi says, Queen Bee announced my full government name, then said that she has all my info. A year earlier, I offered her my whole background scope. She didn't want it. She's an idiot. Well, and then she thought you and Narcos were the same person. Then she said, you and Narcos were the same person. Like, it's bizarre. Green says, some like to make up stories in their heads to get back at others. That is very true, too. Some find it okay now to FOIA extremely. I think that was a typo. Person information on one another. Yeah, I'm done. Oh, ignore doodles. I don't know what you said. Yeah, I'm done FOIAing because B hasn't said she's, filing anything on me. I have nothing to ask for. I don't have to ask for a report with my name on it. Because every time I did, there wasn't one. There wasn't one. Oh, good. Thank you, Bob. I just saw your message. All right. Well, I think that's all I got. Was there, let me think. I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, I didn't really talk about the thing on Laura's. I talked about it a little bit, but so I don't know much about this dark horse person. I know that I believe they came into, I don't know if it was our share channel or if she went into Sinner's channel, but I know she was trying to start shit there. I don't know much about her, but anyways, I saw the clip from Madison where someone went on Laura's panel claiming to be Dark Horse's sister and just blatantly blurted out that she had taken her own, when I'm using different words, that she had taken her own life and she left a note with all of the creators that caused it. And I'm like, first off, the fact that you're coming onto social media after one of your loved ones allegedly died a horrific death, that's red flag number one. Red flag number two, the fact that you say there's a note with all of these creators named, but when Laura asked for said note, for her to read the note, it was like, you want me to read it like now? And Laura was like, yeah. And then Laura asked her, or she said she would email it to Laura or something. And then Laura's like, all right, any day. And the woman's like, just give me a minute. My sister just died. No, like whoever did that can go to hell, because just like seclusion works, faking her own death, that is some bullshit. That is messed up. It's gross. It's absolutely gross. Wasn't there a woman who was named Susan who had a sister too? Susan. Did seclusion ever say what her name was? I don't remember. But seclusion was one who, after a while, I was like, there's no way that she's in the shape that she claims. Like, she had found a dog and she was walking the dog, but she said, previously that, she couldn't really walk. And like, that is so messed up. Susan. I don't know. That doesn't ring a bell. That name Susan does not ring a bell. But I know seclusion always talked about her partner, so it probably wasn't seclusion. Somebody with a sister. I don't know. But I did listen to that and I thought it was just terrible. So yeah. All right, y'all. I think that's all I got. I don't really have a lot of drama to talk about. I'm still working on, going through some stuff, finding some interesting little clips like I just showed you. I'm going to watch the one that I found from Laura just because I need to see what it's actually about. Because like I said, just because I want to show who someone is doesn't mean I want to pull other people into it that I don't want to bring into it. Because even though, anyways, I think y'all know what I'm putting down without saying it out loud. Yeah, desperately seeking Susan. Well, there's some people desperately seeking things, but I don't think their name is Susan. Yeah. So we are going to, just to stay in line with Jessie J, I just love her. I absolutely love her. The outro song is going to be Domino by Jessie J. So it's a little more upbeat and it's a cover. So it's not Jessie J, but it is a cover. And this guy has a really nice voice. So I hope you enjoy it. I am going to try. Where did my chat go? StreamYard. What in the world? Oh my God, my chat just completely disappeared. Okay, it's back. Marie says, I'm torn when it comes to those individuals because even if they lied, I question their mental health. I wish for better. Yeah, that's true too. Like you always, you know, I mean, anyone who can do those types of things clearly have something going on, whether they're in mental crisis or, you know, just not nice people, very manipulative, or delusional. They believe what they're saying is true. All right, so tomorrow I'm planning on going live, but it is very tentative. Monday, I'm hoping to be live I think I'll be able to be live at 7 Eastern on Monday, but it depends. I need to have something done at the hospital, and I don't know if I'm going to be in the right state of mind by 7 p.m. So, we'll see. We'll see. So if you haven't hit that like button, please do so on your way out, especially you trolls who came in. I'm sorry I had to send you on vacation, but we can't have haters in the chat. You know, even though they were both respectful. I will say you were both respectful, so thank you for that. But yeah, not going to happen. If you're watching on the replay, #replay. And until next time, y'all, I will see you on the flip side.
I'm feeling sexy and free, like glitter's raining on me. You're like a shot of pure gold. I think I'm about to explode. I can taste the tension like a cloud of smoke in the air. Now I'm breathing like I'm running 'cause you're taking me there. Don't you know? You spin me out of control. We can do this all night. Damn, this love is skin tight, baby. Come on. Booming like a bass drum, sparking up a rhythm, baby. Come on. Rock my world until the sunlight. Make this dream the best I've ever known. Dirty dancing in the moonlight. Take me down like I'm a domino. Every second is a highlight. When we touch, don't ever let me go. Dirty dancing in the moonlight. Take me down like I'm a domino. You got me losing my mind. My heart beats out of time. I'm seeing Hollywood stars. You strum me like a guitar.
And mods, just be aware, people are doxing my address. FYI. I got it, but be aware.
I can taste the tension like a cloud of smoke in the air. Now I'm breathing like I'm running 'cause you're taking me there. Don't you know? You spin me out of control. We can do this all night. Damn, this love is skin tight, baby. Come on. Booming like a bass drum, sparking up a rhythm, baby. Come on. Rock my world until the sunlight. Make this dream the best I've ever known. Dirty dancing in the moonlight. Take me down like I'm a domino. Every second is a highlight. When we touch, don't ever let me go. Dirty dancing in the moonlight. so right. Oh baby, baby, dancing in the moonlight. Oh baby, baby, got me feeling so right. Oh baby, baby, dancing in the moonlight. Oh baby, baby, got me feeling so right. Oh baby, baby. Rock my world until the sunlight. Make this dream the best I've ever known. Dirty dancing in the moonlight. Take me down like I'm a domino. Every second is a highlight. When we touch, don't ever let me go. Dirty dancing in the moonlight. Take me